All right, 8 o'clock in the morning. We got, how many guys we got, Larry? 10?
10 guys.
10 guys. We got some stragglers back here in the back. Coming in, it's a blast from the past. It's my old classic. Mike McDaniel and these guys. We got Pinky. Richard Sanchez is here. And we're gonna go out and try to catch a big fish early. We're coming off of the cold snap of 2022. It was December 23rd through the 26th. It got down very cold. We lost some bait, fish. We lost a couple of trout. I went out a couple of days. I found trout warming, so I'm feeling pretty good about it. As by the time this video airs, we'll know. I think we're okay on the trout, but it got close. It got dang close. We were 26 degrees in Port Mansfield. Water got down into the low 40s for a pretty good extended period of time. And man, it just bounced back just in the nick of time. The sun came out, bait's out of the harbor now, so we should be in good shape. We're gonna go try to catch a couple of big fish today. Coming off that cold snap, they should be fat if we can find them. The water temperature's still in the low 50s. 49.3 in Gladys right now is what the app said. We don't have a temperature gauge on this boat, so we're just gonna kind of wing it, but Mike does out of the boat. Figure out what water temperature we're dealing with. But I think it's going to be low and slow on the bottom. Water fell out about a foot. We definitely have high pressure in place, but I think the warming trend will overcome that for the fish. They'll eat because they haven't eaten in a long time. Hopefully we can get a good one.
I mean, just you being out here every day. I mean, you have any expert advice how that could have happened?
Look.
Yeah. My first cast.
Yeah.
How could that have happened?
You're not prepared. You don't prepare the night before. You drink all night. You can't. I mean, you gotta. If you're gonna fish, you need to fish. You can't be boozing it up and all that stuff, Mike. You gotta be prepared. Yeah. You know, and then you're wasting lures, litter in the bay. I mean, it's a travesty.
That's awesome advice.
I mean, isn't he, Pinky? Just litter.
Instead of drinking, you need to get prepared for it the next day.
Yeah. No, you just
This
come.
is a perfect example of what could happen.
You just come out half cocked.
First cast. It just went. It hit the shoreline over there.
Mike, you need to borrow some lures.
No, I'm good. I want the group to know what we're dealing with out
Jimmy,
You
here's
didn't.
the thing.
Yeah.
Mike comes out half cocked. Doesn't, you know, he ties like 3 little twists in his line. Doesn't look. I'm preparing a new leader, getting ready. He uses stuff that he used in 1987. Not gonna work. He ain't gonna catch shit. Triple surgeons right here. Put your leader line and your braided line together. A little bit longer, make it easier. Make a loop. Come back through with both of them. Back through the loop. That's number 2. Number 3. Now just pull both of them. Done. Nice knot. Now we'll just trim these tags. I could have trimmed that one a little bit more, but doesn't matter. All right, so it's we don't have any wind. We have only seen just a little bit of bait. Water temperature is 49 degrees. We're only going to give it a little bit of time, but I'm going to try something here a little different. I'm going to throw a knotty hooker 1/0 hook push on, just to see. I haven't used a 1/0 hook, but I want to just get this small presentation with this hook. I'm using the Pollo Loco because the water seems right for me. The color, pretty subtle. We'll still rig it through the belly. Since this is a push on, all you got to do is just push it over those ribs. Pretty tough to do too, boy. But once it's on there, I'm pretty sure it's going to stay. It's a naughty hooker. One up, there we go. Little bitty hook. We're going to see if this thing catches fish. I like it. It's going to give the lure a ton of action because you don't have that big shaft running through the hook. But it's a naughty hooker. That's the one right there. I'm using the 1/0 hook. It's got little eyes on it. Hadn't really been a big fan of that, but like I don't think it matters much. But we'll see. We also have a spring lock version that I'll use in a little while too to see how that works. But we're gonna give that a try. I've got it rigged up here with my FTU green rod spinner G2 with my Stratic. All right, we're gonna give it a shot. Little fish. Don't want to get my hands wet. Mike's on again.
And they're barely hooked too.
Yeah, this one's finally come off that bar. We're in that little bowl that we were talking about right when we stopped the boats. Water temperature is 49, maybe 50 now, but everybody's hooking up. Just about. We got a lot of guys out here, no doubt about it, but everybody's hooking up. Missing a lot of fish though, a lot of short strikes, no doubt about it. But everybody's getting hooked up. We're catching 22 up to 22-inch trout. Everybody's stopped walking, and just about every few casts somebody's hooked up. So we're going to work this over pretty good and just to see if we can get a big one out of here. So this area that we're in, we're catching some big fish in here, but today just mostly small fish. 1 up to 22 inches are big fish. So we're going to work this out. We're in that little bowl right where those fish should have been laying, and they were laying there. Doesn't hurt that we're about an hour from the minor too. So we're going to work this thoroughly, and if it turns out real fruitful, we'll turn around and do it again. He pretty much just came in with me. Well, they're chunky. If we get a good one, it's going to be a nice fish. Get it pretty good? Do what? Larry's got a red. Got a little head shaker. This guy's good to get your glasses dirty. too.
You got a nice one, Mike?
Yeah.
Open your mouth. That's hooked good. Right there in the chin.
Keep her down though. Keep the head in the water.
Yeah, to get this booger on.
Ooh, it's barely hooked too.
How big, Mike?
I think it's maybe not as big as that last one, but it's been alright.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Felipe.
Nicely done.
Thank you for your net. Yeah, she's pretty.
I'll get these little ones out of y'all's way.
Yeah, so it started off a little slow, but as we walked into this bowl, like Capt Wayne mentioned, these fish are just laying in here. It's kind of a funky bite, but I don't know, we probably caught over 20 trout now. Mike and I both just released some. Mike's was over 5, Mike?
Yeah.
Over 5, mine was almost 5. So we haven't found the real big fish yet, but the numbers are here. The bite's starting to pick up. It is funky, but plenty of action right now. It's picking up quite a bit. We'll see if we can go find some bigger ones.
Good fish here.
There you go, Jared.
Everybody's hooked up.
Good trout. Good one.
Right in the bottom of the lip. A lot of little ones in here. This isn't. Hands wet. Tough to get off here. Water temperature's about 51 now. Those fish are coming alive. Boy, how nice is it to see this after that cold snap we were in. Whew, it was close. So we've just finished up our wade. It's 11:30. We got here about 8:30. No, we got here about 9 o'clock, probably 8:45. Water temperature was 49 degrees. It's now 53 degrees. 49 and some change, a little over 53 now. Wind picked up. Fish started eating like crazy. Everybody slowed down, so we've probably only waded about 200 yards from 9 to 11:30. So 2.5 hours, and I threw one bait. I threw the Pollo Loco, did pretty good, caught a nice trout on it. Had one big redfish in here. We're probably at about 50 trout. Not a lot of big ones, couple of 4s and 5s. That was about the biggest that we've had, maybe 4.5. But so since this is the little zone that the fish were holding in, we're simply going to move maybe 400 or 500 yards to a similar area. Not quite as pronounced as this one, but it has similar features. So we're going to move into that zone and try to capitalize on the last 45 minutes of the minor. We're in the minor right now. The fish started eating a little bit before the minor, and they just right on into it. Could be a combination of things. Warming water, high sun. They're super hungry from coming off this very cold snap that we had. So other variables are in play here, but they certainly were eating today. The sun's coming up, and I hope it lasts all day, because these fish have not eaten in a while. The redfish that Richard caught, is just humongous. It's fat, under slot, or under 28 inches, but over 8 pounds. So something else. We're going to move just a little bit and try it again.
$24.5. Here we go.
Water's warmed up quite a bit. We're now around 64, 65 degrees. And we're on a flat that's warmed up quite a bit. We were dealing with super cold water all day long. It's like later in the afternoon. Still throwing that little 1/8 ounce, but I've got it rigged up now with the Bone Diamond Willow tail. We just bounce it off the back. We had 3 or 4 nice fish in here within maybe 20-30 minutes. But I'm just bouncing off the bottom. Didn't even feel the fish hit, just the rod loaded up and it was there and it ate it. So nice chunk of trout. Glad to see this after that cold weather that we had. Belly's full. There we go. Alright, so it's late in the day. These guys kept me out there all day. So a little recap. We started out water temp 49.
Yep.
We ended the water temperature at 62 degrees, so we had a 13-degree swing.
Yeah, and unsurprisingly, where it was 62 degrees, we saw a lot more active bait over there at the end of the day.
Yeah, bait was active. We lost 1 big trout at the end of the day, but we were catching trout at around 51 or 52 degrees.
Yeah.
Water temperature today. It's coming off a major cold snap, the Christmas cold snap of 2022. And there's no wonder they ate, because they had to eat. They were probably starving. Yeah. They had to do something, and we were putting a lure in front of them.
I'll say we caught a lot of fish. It was over 100 fish today. But all day it was kind of a weird bite. They were never hitting it real aggressive, but they were hitting it.
Yeah, it turned out to be an excellent day. Cold still, high pressure, but the fish ate simply because, in my opinion, they hadn't eaten since the 23rd. Probably now, 24th maybe, I don't know. But they were eating today, and we had a good day. We had some nice trout caught, 2 reds, big swing in water temperature change. Water temperature 49, 62. Yeah. Water was low, but it is coming up. The south wind started cranking. The water came up about 1 inch from yesterday, because I noticed it on both slip.
That's great down the water. It was it pretty well just like you called it. The very first spot, we're going to hit the drop off. The fish was back up in there. Got fish at every stop. As it warmed up, that water started to get dirty with the wind, but the bait was there to get more active, and we caught a decent number of fish at the last spot too.
Yeah. So tomorrow we're going to set up about. We're going to go in reverse tomorrow. I think we're going to start where we stopped today, with what we saw there, and the water temperature coming up a little bit. The wind's going to crank a little bit. I think it'll be all right tomorrow.
Hopefully for Greg's sake, it's a little warmer tomorrow.
Yeah, somebody didn't layer appropriately. So anyway, great day on the water. Had a good time with all the crew. Mike and my old boat, his new boat. Glad he was with us, because we could get an accurate water temperature reading. He had a GPS.
Yeah,
Come on, Wes.
We're working in the dark ages over here.
Come on, Wes. Hurry up, buddy. Anyway, until next time.